Okay guys, it is part 2 of our tutorial videos on our new order wizards. In the other video, we discussed the team name and number wizard, but now we are going to go in depth into the Cad-Cut templates wizard. Now keep in mind there is a lot of content to this, so in order to keep the video relatively short, I'm just going to feature a couple of different layouts that you can order and how you can customize those. But if you have any further questions, please feel free to give us a call and I'll give you that info at the end of the video. So for now, we're going to click the Order Now button. And remember, if you're not logged in to our website, it will prompt you to do that. I'm logged in currently, so I am now looking at the default page of the templates wizard. So the first thing is you choose your category. Right now it's on full size, but there's interchangeable data, which I'm going to feature later, left chest and cap, leg and sleeve, monogram, circle, diamond, or universal, and then oversized. So for this first example, we're just going to do full size, and you'll see that we have a list of different layouts. There are many of them. So you can go through and choose what you think you or your customer would like best. In this example, I'm going to choose the RHS cheer layout that we have here. Once you click on that, it gives you an up-close visual of that. And then on the side here, it shows the text that is used and then the clip art that is used. Now, the first thing I want to do to customize this is to change the text. Instead of RHS, I am going to make it GHS for my school. Then on the clip art, instead of a bulldog, I would like to choose a cheer clip art. So you can click on this button, swap clip art. Once you do that, it'll give you a list of different clip art, but this is only the category of mascots. Up here, again, you have a category option, and there is numerous categories for clip art, and each one of these categories has tons of clip art. So in my case, I want something cheer, so I'm going to go to the sports category. And then once that comes up, everything is listed alphabetically by the name of the clip art. So I'm going to scroll down to the letter C and I'll be able to find clip art that is titled cheer. So here we go. There is various options. I am going to choose this one. And one detail I'll point out to you, if we go back into the clip art menu, here I chose swap clip art again. At the very top, there's a tab that says more detail and less detail. Right now, we're in the more detail. If you click the less detail, it's only going to show you clip art that has less cutouts, less cavities, or if it's something that you just want to have a simple look, then you can choose that. You can kind of narrow down what your results are. I'm going to just stick with the more detail tab and the clip art that I chose. So since I'm done with that, I can go back over here on the left side. I'm in the add clip art menu, but I already did it. So I'll go over to the edit menu. So now the clip art looks good, but I'm not happy with the placement. I want to make sure that it's lined up at the top with this GHS text. And I also don't like the fact that it's overlaying the word cheer. You can see the wizard does automatically create the art so that it will cut and weed properly. So in this case, it gave it this gap border between, but that's not how I want the logo to look. So the first thing I know I need to do is size down this clip art. I can do that by going to the corner, clicking and dragging, and it'll size that down proportionally. Now the next thing I want to do, you can see I have the clip art selected. If I hold down the shift key and click on the GHS, it'll select that as well. So now I have these two elements selected. I can go up to the top to the align menu and I can say top. And now those things are aligned at the top, which is what I was looking for. Now the other thing that I would like to change is the way that the clip art is aligned with the word cheer. I would rather have this more centered. So again, I'll choose the clip art. I'll hold down the shift key and choose the word cheer, go to the align menu, and this time I'm going to say center. And you can see it move that clip art over so that it's centered. So now I'm really happy with how things are looking. The only other thing I'd like to do is add another line of text. So we do that by going over to the left and you'll see the menu, Add Text. Once we click on that, we'll be given an option of fonts. Now I want to do the same font as the GHS, but I'm not sure what that is. If I click on the GHS text, it'll come back over and tell me that that is the Compacta black font. So now I know that's what I'm looking for. I'll have to go back over here to the Add Text menu, find that font, and then it'll give me the list of the different text that's in my design. It's added this first line that says Your Text by default. You can see it here. I'm going to change what that text says first. And then once I have the text saying the right thing, I can go over here, hold your cursor over it, and then just click and drag to where you want it placed. So I would like it just underneath everything else here. And then I want to make sure that it is lined up with the GHS. I want to make sure it's lined up on this left side here. So I'll go to the Align menu and hit left. And you can see it nudged over to do that. And it looks great on the right side as well. So I'm pretty happy with this. Now the other thing I can do, you have these icons here. This one is Select All. If I click on that, that will select every element of the design, and then that's going to give me a accurate size. So at the top, it tells you the overall size is about 12 inches wide and a little over 13 inches tall. And then on the right, that's going to show you what the price would be for that design as is. And keep in mind, we only have a quantity of 1. So there's 2 things that you can change here in order to reduce your cost or to stay in budget. The first one obviously would be size. This is a pretty large logo. Let's say we don't need it to be that tall. We can go to the top here, and I am going to choose by the height. I'm going to say this really only needs to be about 10.5 inches tall. I hit enter and it automatically sizes it down proportionally. Now I've got my price down. It's $9.10 at this size, but let's say, well, I need 10 of these logos. So instead of $9.10, now they're only $5.79 each. And again, this is for one color. On the right here, we have our material and our color. So that is kind of a brief overview of a custom layout and some of the simple things you can change. The last thing I wanted to feature for you is at the bottom, the garment color. If you want to send your customer a proof of this design, let's change the garment color. Let's say we know it's going on a red uniform. We'll keep it black. I can click off of this to get rid of the boundary box. Now you have the option to take a snapshot of the logo. Then you can edit it down and you can send that image to your customer so that they get a perfect idea of what their logo is going to look like and they can approve it at that time. Now, generally, if you are sending a proof to a customer, there's going to be a time lapse between when you send it and when they actually approve it. So you can go over here on the left and you'll see a button, Save. Then you can choose a name for your design. We'll say GHS Cheer. Hit Continue. It's telling you the design is saved. So again, on the left, there's the My Files menu. And in there, you have your design saved. So you can log out and then come back in, find that art you created, make any necessary edits, or if it's good to go, you can simply add it to your cart, and then you will be able to place your order with us, and this will just go back to the home screen of the wizard. So the other design I mentioned I would show you is the interchangeable data. Now I wanted to feature this one because you are getting a completely custom product, but not at a custom price per se. So in the interchangeable data, you have a few different layouts, and by these layouts, you can change the data on each one. So let's choose this one, Riverside girls volleyball. You can see you've got your text, but you also have some clip art, and that clip art contains a jersey number. So with this design, we can change each and every one to reflect the player's number. But usually you think that much customization is going to be more expensive, but it's not. Even though each design technically is different, you are still getting those price breaks. So you can see over here, it lists out the different elements of the design, which you can change. But if I want, I can go here and change. I just keep tabbing and I can put a different number, and then you can put in that text, or you can change that text, whatever you prefer. And then you can keep tabbing and do another team number. So now you can see all of these are customized to each individual player, but still, since we have a higher quantity, we will get that price break as we go up. So that's another option if you want something that is personal, it's customizable, but you're still going to be staying within budget. And everything within this layout, of course, is customizable as far as the text and the clip art and everything else. So I wanted to give you just a brief overview of some of the options in here. I would encourage you to log in, see some of the different layouts, the different clip art. There is a lot to choose from, and play around with it, create something you like, you think your customer would like, and then just remember to save that so that you have it for later. And then when a new customer comes and they want a certain layout, you can go in there, make a few edits, send them a proof, and you're ready to go. It's really going to help with the production that's involved in creating a design and something that your customer wants. So if you guys have any questions, please feel free to reach out to us. You can reach us at 800-234-4890, or you can email us at support@wellingtonhouse.com.